Thunder Bay Public Library recently voted to prioritize one policy over the other, that being anti-racism over freedom of expression. A decision to pull the books from their shelves after Dr. Seuss Enterprises announced they would discontinue the printing and sale of 6 books. Maybe I'm missing something, but why should an executive decision of a private corporation worth $75 million from another country affect a publicly funded institution of this country? Cue racism. I don't know whether indeed these books are racist. We would first need an agreed upon definition first, but I do have strong opinions about stability and weakness. If Dr. Seuss Enterprises interprets culturally outdated kids' books as problematic, well, that's one thing, and if these Dr. Seuss books are indeed harmful, then that's another thing. But for both cases, I'm advocating resilience and integration. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I think we are capable of becoming robust enough to enfold and evolve conversations of volatility, making us smarter and more unified. Nassim Taleb, former Wall Street risk analyst, reminds us that stressors have an important role in making us culturally, professionally, and biologically robust in a complex world. When we inject ourselves with a vaccine, we are infecting ourselves with a bit of harm to build up an immunity. We prune the bushes in our yard to make the whole plant more robust. Artificially suppressing volatility reminds us why we now permit controlled burns within forest management. Volatility is information. Knowing everything about the N-word makes me a stronger citizen. Having an opinion about what's racist should be less of an immediate concern than whether boardrooms should be making these culture goal decisions for us. In a world of disinformation, deep fakes, and predatory algorithms, we have to build sense-making skills within ourselves and our kids. We need all the material in order to do this, not just the nice stuff. And we have no time to lose. Policies and policing of our online discussions, both the slurring racist and the higher level and universalist, are being debated in American Congress right now, with talk of taking down encrypted apps in order to protect us from culturally insensitive material. The institutions and corporations that are most threatened by our unfettered conversations are showing their weakness and instability. But Canadian public institutions need not take cues from such fragilistas. Noam Chomsky said, "It's only free speech if it protects something you're against." The current culture war versus racism will not get rid of racism, and the collateral damage is muzzling higher level discussions. Increasingly across public and private sectors, there seems to be a trend of cowardly board members moving away from voluntary participation of cultural diversity towards mandatory cultural diversity compliance. We don't need oppressive paternalistic policies. This will not make us more robust nor better able to handle the insane challenges that are coming, but will make us as weak and fragile as the systems attempting to parent us. To the Public Library Board, this decision is not right or wrong. It's weak. Your fragility is projected onto the children in the form of protectionism, yet these kids are already much more resilient and are going to need to be to succeed the complex cultural challenges of this increasingly unpredictable age. They should be shown examples of courage and resilience, especially when it's unpopular to do so. The Thunder Bay Public Library seems to have a good anti-racism policies, and they want to be on the right side of history. But who will be able to tell sides if all unpopular accounts disappear? #DefendAllBooks.